K-Man. I'm Christine Gibbs from A Step Ahead Physiotherapy in Governors Square. Thank you for joining me for another segment of Staying a Step Ahead. The shoulder is a very common site of injury and pain for many people. To start with, it is not a structurally stable joint. It is a ball and socket without much bony integrity. It is literally the golf ball on a tee scenario. The head of your humerus is basically the ball. The tee is a bony prominence on your scapula. Much like the golf ball on a tee, there is not much surface area between these two structures that actually makes contact. This makes it a highly movable joint, but also a very unstable one prone to injury. I'm sure you've all heard of your rotator cuff. It is a group of 4 muscles which are actually stabilizers, not power muscles. If your rotator cuff muscles, along with your scapula stabilizers, are not functioning properly, your golf ball will not stay on the tee, and that results in faulty shoulder mechanics, which may lead to injury. Sitting at a desk all day can further lead to shoulder issues by rounding the shoulders and pulling the head forward. This posture results in a shoulder joint which cannot attain full range of motion. Look what happens when I try to raise my arm in this position. I honestly cannot lift my arm any higher. Now, if I stand up straight, hold my shoulders in the correct position, look what happens. I can now easily raise my arm overhead. If that wasn't enough to convince you to sit up straight and strengthen your stabilizer muscles, pay attention. If you cannot raise your arm overhead due to poor posture, but play a sport or have a job which demands that you raise your arm overhead repeatedly, look where your body is compensating. If you can't raise your arm, you bend backwards. Over time, this repeated back bend to make up for the lack of shoulder motion will result in low back pain. First and foremost, sit up straight and stand up tall. Pull your shoulders back. Visualize a string pulling upwards from the center of your head. Check your posture at work, at home, even sitting in the car and relaxing in front of the telly. For most of you, a simple chest stretch will do wonders. So, stand in a doorway, or near a wall or a tree, and just rotate away, get a really good stretch through your pec and hold for 30 seconds. Then, work on your scapulohumeral rhythm. This is the combined motion of your scapula rotating as your arm elevates. The two have to work together for proper motion. So, grab about a 5 or 6 pound weight, lean over to one side, arm overhead, palm facing forward, shrug upwards as you rotate your palm towards your head. Next, work on your scapular stability. Your arm needs a strong, stable base in order to function properly. So, grab a ball, hold it against your chest, between your two arms, palm facing each other. Rotate to the left as you rotate your right palm upwards. And return. And repeat. And do both directions. Lastly, strengthen your rotator cuff. Grab a very light weight, just 2 pounds. Lie on your side. Get your elbow between your shoulder and your hip, and then rotate upwards. Squeeze at the top, little pause. I hope this information has been useful in explaining why you may have shoulder or back pain and help you eliminate it or to stay a step ahead and prevent it from happening in the first place. Thanks for tuning in. Join me next month to continue staying a step ahead.